Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. Hear that rooster sing, coffee's ready for a flame. Southern Fried has news for you. Updates on life's going on, and maybe a joke or two. Get up, pray up, and coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. We got laughs, we got prayer, celebrate our nation every day. Love our vets, love our land. It's the home of the free and the land of the brave. Get up, pray up, coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. So come on.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Southern Fried Podcast Hump Day Morning Show. Glad you're here with us. I'm Rob. That's Dave. Well, I guess he's still over there. I don't know. Welcome. How are you doing this morning, Dave?
I'm all right. It's the good old allergy season, but scratchy throat, puffy face, feel drowsy.
Yeah.
But I'm kicking. I'm good. Just making sure things come up here. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that, brother. Happy.
We're right in the middle of
hump day.
Peanut picking season, so it's rocking and rolling down here right now, too. I mean, going. But it does make for some awfully pretty sunsets. As that dust gets up in the air and the sun starts going down, it does make for pretty sunsets.
Well, that's good. That's good.
You can smell them peanuts everywhere.
I like
I'm
it.
waiting on them to dig this field up right here beside us. I'm going to try to get some video of that going on. I think it'd be awfully interesting for folks to see how that whole process works.
I hate to say it, and I love them. And I know things go up, but it's the point I just can't hardly afford to buy peanuts. It's just crazy how much costs have went up on things across the board. And the kind of peanuts I really like, I just don't buy anymore. They're too expensive. And I do get some of the cheaper kind. It's smaller, a real small amount. I get them at the dollar store. I love peanuts, but it is, if you're talking about trying to get some pecans or anything like that, nowadays it's high, or cashews or whatever it may be. I hate it.
Yeah.
At some point,
and
it just goes beyond your budget.
Yeah. And see, the farmers aren't making anymore, really, because, you take this cotton, Jason, that's out right now. I haven't been able to find out that much on it. It's a new bug that we have in the area, and it attacks plants and ejects stuff into the leaves of the plants, especially bad on cotton, but it can affect peanuts as well. And this little sucker comes through and basically kills off the top of the plant. So a lot of the cotton plants that are out there, a lot of the buds are at the top. And if you kill the top part of the plant, I'm looking out across fields now and I'm pretty sure that they've not been. You have to kill cotton to pick it. Okay, so I'm looking across these fields, and I'm pretty sure that they're not sprayed yet because it's still growing. I mean, but the whole tops of the fields and some of them are just turning brown. I'm pretty sure that's what's causing it.
Yeah.
We don't need much. The farmers are struggling anyway, and now they've had to go through, and a lot of the sprays and stuff, insecticides they use don't affect the cotton, Jason. So they're having to go back and respray, which increases the cost. And then you start have these things mess up some of their crop, and now they're getting less crop in. The farmers could be in a lot of trouble this year. Oh, and I hate to see
Good
that.
morning, Better Life with Lauren on Instagram. We appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely.
Don't forget tonight, Hump Day Views, Southern Fried Vent. Looking forward to that, Hump Day. I want to thank Miss Jen last night for bringing information and as co-host on the Southern Claws and Paws. And we talked about foods that are good or bad for pets, be it dog or cat. That was interesting. I learned some things. I learn something every show. So, of course, I'm a dummy. It don't take much to teach me anything, but I did enjoy that.
Now, was this last night that Steve had his Tinker Tuesday start up?
Yeah, I went in there and sent him some extra support so he could do an ad. So he did, I don't know how long he was on. He was on quite a while. Giving him a hard time about OSHA. He was doing some crazy stuff last night. He said, I hope Dave's not still in here. I said, oh, yeah. I said, OSHA called. I said, I'm over here shaking my head. I said, then I said, would you just look at that?
Just look at it.
He got it.
So that is the Half Pine Forge's new show. Is that Half Pine Forge live or just Half Pine Forge?
It's all live when he does his live show.
Okay. So
I told him
live,
we would advertise for it.
Yeah, and that's on Tuesdays. What time did he start up?
I don't know when he started, but when I got in the studio, he was already on. So I'm thinking it was around 6, 7, somewhere in there. I don't know.
No, well, this is Half Pine Forge and Half Pine Forge Live. Our good buddy Steve, he's a blacksmith up there. Lots of fun all the time. Go by and check out his Easy Bake Oven Forge that he affectionately calls Tina Burner. And he works with his hammers, that he affectionately calls Pamela Hammerson. And his Angelina Jolie. He said that's dedication, naming your tools. So go by and check him out. He's a lot of fun. Oh, man.
I do want to say we love all of our friends. We recommend them. We some of them, they're a little more salty than we are. So if don't get offended, have a little thick skin if you're going to go in because, just got to know some people have a little bit more that in language, colorful metaphors, we'll say. So don't come back saying, whoa, I had somebody do me like that once. So you don't have to tell me if you don't want to watch, don't watch, It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah. And that's true. Especially over here on the Rumble side, we try to promote free speech. We do. If you have an opinion, we try not to step on your toes. And there's some things that we don't promote. We don't promote hate speech, stuff like that. And just, yeah. But
And folks, with this
But I
change
was
of
looking.
weather,
Oh yeah.
now I was going to say with the change of weather, make sure now, because you want to be stocked up on your SFP coffees. I'm fixed to make me another order.
Yes.
So a lot more blends than what's listed. In fact, I've got to do a little bit of work in the shop, checking some things. It's been really piled up busy, but they've added some new flavors. I want to make sure those are represented in the store. But anyway, they really ship really fast. I have people ask me sometimes, well, how long will it take for it to come to Texas? And I'm like, I can't give you an exact answer because we don't handle the shipping. Thank goodness somebody does that for us. But I can tell you that unless you live out in the boonies, most cases it's at your door within 3 days. I can tell you that because it was mine, and I know it was in a couple other people's. But if you're at an odd place, out way off the beaten path, it may take a day or two longer, but it's getting to you really fast though. And it's sealed. It's good stuff. When you open it up, that smell, that aroma is just going to come out.
Yeah, and I do live off the beaten path out in the boonies. It took me about a week for mine to get in, and I'm going to be ordering some more this weekend. But it took about a week. But my mail, I live in Southwest Georgia. My mail has to go to Tallahassee, Florida, and they come back up here to me. So they just overshoot me on the way in. I wish they just get little parachutes. I went and throw it out the window. Roll the window down on that big jet. Throw it out there.
One day you'll have drone delivery, and they'll just bring it over with the drone. So that's coming. Speaking of which, I want to just touch real quick. Sometimes I've been following this story, and it's an ugly story from the Russia-Ukraine war. I've been covering the children a lot, and what's happened with these kids. Well, and I said months ago, or even a year ago, I said these kids will be taken, they'll be re-educated, they'll be forced bred, and they'll be made to fight or help in the war against Ukraine, Ukrainian children. Well, I always figured somebody was probably thinking I was overplaying it. Well, there's a study that was just released by Yale University, and the headline says abducted Ukrainian children forced to work in Russian drone factories. They go on to say that they've been tracking some of this stuff with satellites. They can tell what some of these places are. And there is they've been tracking kids from the Krasnodar Krai region in southern Russia. And the study found that hundreds of children who passed through they call it the All Russian Children's Center Change. This is a place that's outside of Moscow where they re-educate them. But anyway, they pushed them to this other place, and they put them to work on drones, mine detectors, and loading mechanisms for assault rifles. They know that more than 300 children from the Donetsk, Kherson, and a couple other regions there were taken to the facility between 2022 and all the way up to today. And they've gone through this re-education and military training at a center called Young Patriot near Moscow, which opened for the explicit purpose of re-educating children from Ukraine and exposing them to military training. While at the center, they underwent lessons that present a Russian state-aligned view of history, prepared for the national standard fitness test, assembled and disassembled weapons, and underwent military technical, drill, and medical trainings, the report added. The children are always the most vulnerable victims of armed conflict, which is true. Not only have these children undergone trauma and displacement, they have suffered systematic deportation, illegal adoption, and forced assimilation. So, and they say that's what they're doing. They're taking the kids and they're going to make them in some way fight back against Ukraine. And you can imagine, they're being beaten or something if they say anything in pro-Ukrainian. I mean, they're being forced to be little Russian, like Hitler Youth or something. And I can imagine how horrible that is. How messed up would you be as a kid to be forced to be like that and then told to hate your parents, hate your family, hate your country, and to build drones and stuff against them? It's sick. And all these people that want to prop up Vladimir Putin as some sort of that he's this righteous dude. No, he's not. He's always been evil and demonic. I may not like Zelensky at all, and I don't. But that by no means, I want nobody to misunderstand me. I do not support Russia. I do not support Vladimir Putin. He's a killer. He is now threatening NATO. So I didn't think he'd go that far. All bets are off. They're preparing for war over there, and it's going to be a wider scale war. I still don't want us in it, but I'm not a Putin fan. He's a butcher. I don't care for the guy. And you hurt kids, to heck with you.
Yeah. Well, you know, I want to make, I don't want to downplay anything you just said, because I agree with every bit of that, everything. I want to draw a comparison this morning between Vladimir Putin and Russia, the way they're doing those kids, and the way a lot of the liberals and Democrats in this country are doing our kids when they get them in college. I mean, think about it. They're re-educating them. They're trying to separate them from the parental values. They're trying to gear them up where they fight against the United States and what we supposedly stand for. They're gearing them up to kill people and cause riots in the streets and everything else. I mean, can you see any comparisons there? I mean,
well, it's going that way. I mean, there's definitely re-education centers where they are promoting everything that is askew of what most parents teach their children. And if the actual classrooms are not doing it, they're being exposed to people at college who are definitely indoctrinated. And not every teacher in college is this way. Not every college, because I do know some really good colleges. They're faith-based and they're good. But there's a lot of those leftist ones out there. And I went to a college where Jesus was promoted and faith was promoted. So there are some good ones, but they're more on the independent side. But there are some that are just more, they're geared towards one kind of degree or two types. But there's a lot of them. And they are indoctrination centers. And, they're producing a lot of crap. We'll just say that. A lot of crap. And they go back home and their parents are going, what's going on? Who is this?
Yeah.
And an early Jack Leg of the week, the ABC reporter, which I think he wanted to have a relationship with the killer because of what they released during the press conference about his charges, about his words back to his male lover. And the guy just gushes over this romantic talk and everything. There's calls for this guy to be fired. I don't care if he's fired or not, because I'm not watching that three-letter network's news anyway. But you know what, really? You're supposed to report the news. You're not supposed to be like writing a romance novel about, oh, how sweet. I wasn't expecting that he was talking to him like that. This puts it on a whole new level. Oh, come on. You're sick, dude.
Does not put it on a whole new level. He's still a murderer.
That's it. By the way, he is stupid. He's stupid. He said in those writings, to his lover, that he just wishes he would have got the gun. He said, if I get the gun, he said, basically he's trying to act like he got the perfect crime. Like he said, I was going to live to old age and not tell anybody. Dude, you are so stupid. The gun was only a small part of your fail in this thing. You were caught on video. You left all kind of traces out there that you were doing it. They've got DNA, fingerprints. Dude, what a waste of human flesh. Good Lord. And I will say his quote when he said, some hate you can't negotiate with. I agree. And so we're not going to negotiate with you. You're going to get the death penalty, scum, and you're going to die. So you better make your peace with your maker, because you are going to be put to death, dude. We can't negotiate with you. That's my soapbox for the day.
I guess if you have, if you say it sweetly enough, then it doesn't count, right? If you have this romantic fact, it doesn't count anymore.
He says, my love. I thought the reporter was going to I thought he was going to just ooze out. Oh, my love. God, come on, man. John Wayne Gacy and all them were supposed to, they all had their soft side. They were painters and they were this. They're killers.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, I want to introduce you to my boyfriend. He's a painter. He's an author. He writes poems. He does have a small problem, though. I may not be able to see him for 30 years because he's on trial for murder. But he's a nice guy.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. Oh, look at this! Look at this text message you sent me. Look at this text message you.
Sick. They're scum. They're demons. There's nothing redeeming there. Come on.
Yeah, and you know, I want to throw this out there. You know, if you want to spew hate at Charlie Kirk, go ahead. Okay, you can feel however you want to feel. But oh my gosh, you know, you need to look at what you're actually spewing hate at. He spoke truth, biblical truth. And people in this country don't want to hear that. A lot of people, and I can't say everybody, but a lot of people don't want to hear it. But apparently there was a lot of people who did because he was well respected. And a lot of people loved his show and loved what he was doing. So,
Miss Jen sent me and I've never listened to a song by this artist, but this was a good song. I really enjoyed it. And if you get a chance, the artist Eminem has wrote a song about this, and it's pretty inspiring. I mean, it really hits you right in the face, and I think a lot of people could find common ground on the words of this song. Has a good beat, but she sent that to me, and I appreciate it. And Miss Elizabeth sent me another artist as well, and I appreciate them sending me stuff. You know, folks, you can't do a show without people helping you out. You got to have help.
Yeah.
People send us stuff, and I appreciate it. All week long, I get little things, and well, sometimes people send me something every few weeks. They'll say, "Hey, Dave, can you use this on the podcast?" I appreciate that. You know what? It's a lot going on. You don't catch everything. I would have never known about that if she hadn't sent that to me.
Yeah.
And you know, being females, they're going to look at things in a different way that we look at them in some ways, and they might, some things are going to catch their eye that might not catch my eye, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you know, we all have different things that we do and we try to do. So, I mean, Miss Elizabeth and Miss Judith, and they're very much a huge help to us here. So, I mean, just huge.
Also want to say a shout out to, we've been trying to help our friends out, and we have a big show coming up, Three Ravens Publishing, who will be with us Halloween night for a book release. For it happened, or it came from it happened at a trailer park, excuse me. And give them a look over, threeravenspublishing.com. They have got some very good series. I'm reading on 2 series right now with them. I've got to get caught up, and they sent me some more. I won some books from them. I appreciate them. Thank you so much to all the folks, and we're looking forward to have hopefully a panel full on Halloween night as we celebrate this book release. And I'm hoping this will be an annual event because they try to release new series in this particular book line, I think, on Halloween. So I hope that we can do this going forward. But folks, tune in. Go give them a look. You can find their books anywhere that books are sold, as they say. So threeravenspublishing.com. Had a guy attack me. He didn't like the Three Ravens. I said, well, you know, okay. He came up from a different angle. It wasn't nothing they, you know.
Mary said, I wish they would put more daily news or local news like WSB on social media, as I watch it more than television. There's a couple of social media podcasters that I trust more than the local media. Amen to that. Watch who you're watching, but you don't want to see people go out there and just do slanted news coverage. Dave and I have pretty well-rounded views, and we try to look at stuff from every side that we can. But there's some idiocy that you just can't support. And I'm not trying to be ugly or anything like that, but there's just some of that out there. You can't support. You can't do it. It just gets silly, you know. We're not going to promote hate and uh, all these people. And I'll tell you what is really upsetting to me, and throughout this whole Charlie Kirk thing, is I'm seeing more and more people on social media come out and say, "Why are we flying flags at half mast for Charlie Kirk? Why?" Well, we've got all these children out there that have died in the school shootings. We haven't flown the flag at half mast there. What's their names? Yeah, we don't even talking about their names. We're talking about Charlie Kirk. We're talking about everybody, about how we should be talking about everybody other than Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a figure in this country, and he was I want to say he was almost doing a weird, a different form of preaching, But
he was definitely presenting people the gospel. I've had this argument before. Yeah. In church, I got ripped one time during a service when the crew of the Columbia, I think it was, crashed in Texas. And I brought up a couple things about it. And a guy jumped up that I really love and respect, but he jumped up and he says, "I don't know why we're promoting them when there are thousands of people that die all over the country every day. Why are we promoting them?" I didn't like how I was treated on that. And the point that listen, some people are just more in the public eye. Some people, what happens resonates with so many people. Yes, we have people who die every day. We have children who die every day. It's tragic. But sometimes there is a something that happens that just touches the social fabric of a lot of Americans or the world. In this case, I think it's the world. And I think it's just the right and proper thing to do. We've done it before for other people who were not in the military or elected office or whatever. And let's face it, if anybody has done more that's out of the boundaries of anything, the Democrats have done that. So I really don't care what they say. So I can tell you this, Americans appreciate it most. Amen.
Well, let's throw out this. Let me throw out some names and some events that we have flown the flag at half mast for. When Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated, we flew the flag at half mast. When the Challenger exploded, we flew the flag at half mast. When Billy Graham died, we flew the flag at half mast. These are influential people and events that have happened in this country. And this is going to lead to a turning point in the USA. People come to look back on this, I believe. And this whole turning point USA, it is time for a turning point in the USA. So, and an open dialogue. Oh, did you watch that stupid things with Kash Patel yesterday when he was in front of the Congress?
Yeah.
Did you see? I mean, just anything, any lie, any excuse to jump on somebody trying to do a job, and any excuse they can to put them down. The physical component of being in the FBI, they require one pull-up. And there was a senator up there, that ignorant woman from, I think, Hawaii, is like, "Oh, they think that's too much, to expect them to do a pull-up. It's just a girl." Well, that gummit, you got to be able to chase criminals. Let's face it. Come on, one pull-up is not too much to ask. Come on. You want to do that job? You could train and get one pull-up. Come on. Oh, it's just too much. Let's give participation trophies now to the people in the FBI. Come on. I get so sick of the ignorance, absolute ignorance. And they throw that out there, and there's people out there that just soak it up. And it's ignorant. Would you want somebody out there that I'm sure the criminals would appreciate it if they were out there and the people chasing them couldn't do a pull up and they flip over a fence and are gone. You know, come on. As a criminal, that would probably make them a lot safer.
Well, if there's one person that has no right to get up and say anything, it's Adam Schiff. So I have no problem that he ripped Adam Schiff back, and Adam Schiff just needs to ride off in the sunset. He's a joke, and he always has been, and he always will be. So heck with him.
Oh, and he absolutely called him out.
I'm glad to see Cash Patel stand up and get with it. I think they've set back too much. Let's go. I mean, it's stuff that we need to hear. And I do appreciate them. I've been critical, and I still am critical of some things. I think they've been discombobulated, disorganized, some of the cabinet members. But I will say I do appreciate the transparency. I appreciate they put a lot of evidence out that they're doing here. And I love the fact that they're going after the more than 20 people that were in this Discord chat room with this freak, devil, idiot who did this. And I hope every one of them are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. You know, they knew a lot more. They're trying to play out innocent now and helpful. Sorry, dudes, we've got the receipts. We know exactly what you were saying. We know exactly what you were doing. And then where does the money go? And those people who gave money to this guy, let's burn them down too, because you're just as guilty as the guy that had his finger on the trigger. You deserve everything you get. And domestic terrorism is a real thing, and we've got to take care of it. And if they'll do this to him, they'll do it to you. They'll do it to me. I'm a nobody on the scene, but by the time you wait for him to get to you, it's all burned down, and we know this. That's why we cry out about it and say what we say. Well, it's about time for me to fill my coffee cup. So I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna refill.
All right, you refill and I'll go refill. How about that? All right. Well, we've got, there's so much stuff going on in the world today, and they're so easy to get sidetracked. And it's so easy to fall for, we have to be respectful of everything and everybody. And we try to do that on this show. All right. There's some things we're not going to put up with, but we try to be respectful to everybody and everything on this show as much as we can. Now, if you go out there and just say, well, we shouldn't ought to honor Charlie Kirk because, he was this and he said mean things and he said this and he said that. Well, he was preaching biblical truth. He went out. What was that senator from Arizona said? He went out there armed with a microphone, a Bible, and a Constitution. If you don't want to support the Bible, that's fine. That's your choice. That's your option. But he was open dialogue. Open dialogue. That's what he was trying to do. Debate me. Talk to me. Change my mind. Maybe you're right. He was open to hear other thoughts. The left don't want that. All they want to hear about your opinion is their opinions coming out of your mouth. And that is not open discord. That's not an open conversation. And I don't think there's a better way to put that to you, Dave. All they want to hear is their opinions coming out and their thoughts coming out of your mouth. I mean,
Hey, folks, Bible verse of the day, Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. Amen. Now that is truth.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I'm going to fill mine up. Be right back.
We hope you have a wonderful hump day. Don't forget to join us tonight for the show. Keep praying for Miss Rita Castillo, who took a tumble at home, was on with us. She does the Mama spots on TikTok and Facebook a lot. And she's got to have surgery, and she hopes that happens. I think today is finally she gets in to see a surgeon. I'm hoping they'll have her. She does, because she's been in a lot of pain at the end of the week. Hopefully get all that fixed. She's got a road to recovery ahead. one fall. You miss one step or you trip over a step or whatever, and you take a tumble. It's not good for us folks that got a little bit of mileage on them. Y'all pray for her. And that's tough. I hate that. Pray for my wife. She's still, hanging on and doing as good as can be expected. A couple of light strokes and trying to get stronger every day. Appreciate if you keep her in prayer. Michael, who comes in here, his sister, they went to do a surgery and it ran into complications. Going to have to go back in, I think. So pray for her. Pray for Michael while you're at it. He has had some problems as well. Appreciate him very much. And I'm sure there are many, many more. There's never a shortage of things to pray for. If you'll just look around, there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of people who have needs. They're trying hard every day. And it just, sometimes it's like, you wonder, why does one person have to have so much pile up on them? Well, we'll figure it out. We'll understand all in the by and by, because sometimes we just can't understand those things. And we're not supposed to. It's beyond our comprehension. We just have to trust the Lord. But I do think of all those people today who are going through a really hard time, and they'll appreciate you thinking about them. If you know them, send them a note. If you know somebody that's going through something, drop a little note. That's a lost art today. Letters, cards, postcards. There are people who still do it. I've done it. It's nice to get something in the mail addressed to you in your name with something refreshing. You know what? When you're doing a little extra, get a little gift card. Buy them lunch somewhere. Might make all the difference in the world. There's all kinds of things you can do that are free just to encourage people. I know what it's meant for me, and I appreciate it.
Well, moving forward into weather today down here in South Georgia, right now it's looking like it's 64 degrees, heading to a high of 91. Not much chance of rain today at all down here. Up there in Dave's neck of the woods, and our town, Las Vegas, it's currently 64 up there as well, headed for a high of 87. A little bit cooler up there today. And there again, they're not really calling for any rain until Saturday, which is the same as down here. So I wonder if we're going to be getting the same storm there. Should be interesting to watch and see what happens.
Be snow on the ground before you know it for a lot of people. It's coming.
Well, look, we had snow last year. Don't you pray for no snow down here this year. You did that to us last year, and you caused a blizzard all across the panhandle of Florida. Don't do it, Dave.
Well, I thought you might want a little white stuff, so we prayed for that.
No, we don't need none of that white stuff down here. My gosh, 8 inches? That was a lot of praying, sir. You get 8 inches of snow here in Southwest Georgia and in the Panhandle, dude. That wasn't nice. Not even a little bit. That was just mean.
Well, sometimes you gotta help people out. They don't know what they need. So you help them out with that. Patrick Mahomes is 29 years old today. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see if we got here, if there's anybody else that stands out. Let's see here.
Steve, you can get shot for that.
The great John Ritter. God bless him. I really enjoyed John Ritter. He was a funny guy. His birthday's today. Of course, he died in 2003. Denny Ramirez, movie actor, 32 today. The great Hank Williams Sr., born in 1923. His birthday is today. Shout out to all those people who, in their family, whoever, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Anne Bancroft, another actress, birthday today, who left us in 2005. My wife would
So-
say to that, yes, Steve, she would love it. My wife is always a big fan of snow. I enjoyed your show last night, watched quite a bit of your OSHA violations. Steve says the OSHA handbook explodes in his shop, and I can see why.
Oh.
I like to give him a hard time. I know he knows what he's doing. That's what they all say until they go, oh, and then you go, here's your sign.
Do you
But
think maybe
you know
it's
what?
because it's, do you think
The
that book
key thing-
explodes in the shop? I'll stop.
I really don't. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
use the OSHA thing as a joke. I really wouldn't want government intrusion into your personal shop. I would just hope that Steve would care about his personal safety enough that he would follow those things that are right and good. Because every day in the ERs of the USA, there are people that come through the door who said it was never going to happen to me. Got nails in the eye, they cut their fingers off with a skill saw. The list goes on and on and on. Even those people, Rob, who staple staples in their finger. You ever seen those folks? They got the automatic staplers and they get their thumb too close. Bam!
No.
Dude, arc flash.
Hmm.
And by the way, there is no such thing as a tiny involved when you say arc flash. Come on, dude. If you had an arc flash, you were going in the house and changing your underwear.
I think
can
when he
hear
goes in there trying to dance like Joe Biden without stretching, he's going to pull a hammy doing that.
I bet in the neighborhood they go, what was that? It's just Steve again. He's up there blowing himself up. Smoking out the neighborhood. Weird smells, sounds, explosions. Every once in a while,
And that's
I hear
just
him
when he
go,
breaks wind. And that's when he breaks wind. That's before the shop work even starts. He breaks wind. There's a big cloud of smoke up there, loud explosion, horrible smells. Smells like flesh burning. It's your nose. I mean, come on. And then he
One of these
starts working.
days-
And there's yeah. You're not supposed to do that, Steve. You're supposed to wear your hood and your dark lens, or your goggles. But I guess they make welding goggles too.
One of these days, he'll be the geriatric blacksmith, and he'll have to have on the "I have fallen, can't get up," button. The locals will come out. Steve, are you okay? You fallen again. Okay, let's set you back up. I've swung the hammer and I missed Pamela Anderson. My anvil, and I went down. No, that's when you see Lauren Boebert.
Exercise for the eyes. Yeah.
They showed this thing one time that when they make a commercial, they pull these people in to watch them. Sure, in movies, they even do movies like this. But on these commercials, they would hook them up to a device, and wherever your eyes go, it shows on the screen. It has a little dot. And they were showing an ad they did on a beach with a girl in a bikini, and not one time did the guy's eyes ever look at the product. Well, I wonder why. Well, it was a girl running on the beach. I wonder if Steve got hooked up on one of those, what he would be looking at. I wonder just where his eyes would go. And don't say it, Rob. I know you're already thinking it. You don't got to bring that person up.
You mean John Fetterman?
You went there.
Or Maxine Waters?
Well, you went there.
Maxine Waters? No. Steve.
Well, I kind of opened the door on that.
You did. You did.
And he came on through like the trooper he is.
You do that too much and make one arm bigger than the others, sir.
Oh. Wow.
I wait to see if he has any add-ons to that, because there's a whole super highway of ways that could go from there. And I'm just waiting to see if he continues down that highway or if he takes the off ramp.
Oh, in his brain, his spastic brain, it's completely pedal to the metal down that highway, but he may not come back and say it. But he's already there. You remember the guys in Ferris Bueller's Day Off that took the sports car while they're at lunch? That's yes. Steve when that's his brain. Flying, leaping with a car. That is Steve's brain right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my brain is more like the whole Shake It Up Baby song. Shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. I think that's my brain. It's all shook up. It's going to spout off like a Dr. Pepper here in a little while.
Hey, Steve, we were, and I missed the other night when you were in, and you said something about promotion. And just because we do a show on Tuesday now, dude, we're promoting your show Tinker Tuesday. So bring it on, man. Send us a card. You're really good at putting together stuff like send it, man. We'll put it up. We will put it up, man. You're not stepping on any toes, man. Hey, we got people multitasking. We got Miss Jen. She's over there full on supporting you, and I love it. And she's kind of back and forth in the different each stream. And I love it, man. She's out there promoting both of us out there on the socials. Doing an amazing job. But yeah, man, we'd be glad to do that. I just want to know what is Tinker Tuesday different? Because the idea he says Tinker. I noticed he was doing some different things last night. So he wasn't straight on with an easy bake. He was doing some full on banging and clanging and cutting and sparks flying. So I don't know what he was working on. He was tinkering though. He was tinkering.
I think he's working on that set for his OnlyFans page. Like I am. We're both, Steve and I are trying to put together a OnlyFans page just for feet pics.
Steve, there might be those that might be, but I want you to know you would never, it would never be rude in our show. You're our friend, no. Man. We will promote you. I don't care. You know what? Somebody may not want to watch me, and I understand that, but they might want to watch you, man. So if I can send them that way, that's cool. They might not like the show that I'm doing on Tuesday. That's fine. If we could get them into watching you, that's cool too, man. No, we're here to help you, man. There's no ego on this, man. Thank you though I appreciate the thought. But man, just let us know, man. We'll help you out.
Yeah.
And saying that, I dropped one thing. We will promote one of the things I got in from Steve. There it is. Slow it down. We'll hypnotize some people. Some of Steve's work I just got in. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And Steve, I ordered 3 things in. Oh, new equipment. Oh, I like it. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Hey, can I make a recommendation on some of the music here? You said you got to make an intro video before you make a promo card.
And then, there you go. Whoops, there we go. Some of Steve's work. Half Pine Forge. Go make your order. What's your recommendation?
Beat It by Michael Jackson. Just beat it. Just beat it. There you go. How about that? What do you think? You can do Beat It by Michael Jackson. I'm just saying, you know, for your video, you can do Just Beat It. Your intro is fine. Just for your video, beat it. Just beat it.
He can't use that. That would be a copyright infringement. They would be beating his, well, not on one of them, not on Rumble, but on the other ones, you know, they'd beat him down. Yes,
Well,
Steve.
okay. We'll write you a song for beating on metal. How about that?
Lord knows we've run afoul of Spotify. I've got to correct a couple things. They used to let certain things. Now they're cracking down. That's okay. It's all right, Spotify. I get you. I got you. I feel you. We'll play. We'll be good boys. I got my hands painted. It's okay. I said it's our own stuff. Well, we don't want to hear your music on this platform. You got to apply to be on the other platform. Okay.
But then we'd be talking too much on the other platform. They're like, we don't want to hear you talking on this platform. Y'all shut the hell up. Just play music here.
So stupid. I'm sorry. I'll say it. It's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Careful. You don't want us kicked off of there. It's like that other one that's out there that people really talk up a lot. Boy, you talk about censoring some people. They'll do it in a heartbeat. Oh, my gosh. Don't you talk about this. Don't you talk about that. Don't you say this word. Don't you say that word.
Well, we did this. We're doing it too, Steve. But the problem is on Spotify, on our shows, they won't let us do a little longer intro. So we're going to have to shorten it down. I'm just going to take out the music part and just go kicking when we come live. I'll be working on that this week and reloading a couple of shows.
Yeah.
By the way, I like your logo there, bro, on the way it shows up on the Rumble. I like that. The Half Pine Forge Live. That looks good. Stands out.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, so yeah, the little icon. Yeah, it looks good. So tomorrow we'll begin football again, so get ready for the new week of football. Several questions will be answered.
Yeah. Who's Georgia playing this week?
Nobody.
Are we off? Oh, good.
Yep. Then we play Alabama.
We need to get straightened out. Then we play Alabama.
I don't know if that's at their place or ours. I don't remember. Yeah, man.
Yes.
We've been blessed to have
Absolutely.
the SFP for a long time, and that really, I've went to chamber events and looked at all the other logos that was listed, and ours was up there with some high dollar people. They spent a lot of money, and they didn't get anywhere near the quality that we have. And I'm thankful for Chris and what he did to help us with that, because
Yes.
he put all that together. I've done some things and I think come up with some nice stuff. It all works together. We're just trying to promote. But you got to stand out. People got a lot to look at. You got to make sure yours gets their attention. And some people don't put enough time in that. I look at some creators and I'm going, dude, it's very generic. I mean, step it up. Let's go. They're good creators. They just need a better logo.
All right. We got Alabama coming to Georgia on September 27th. And October 4th, We got Kentucky coming to Georgia. Then we're going to Auburn. Then Ole Miss is coming to Georgia. And then we're going to Jacksonville, of course. We still got a long way to go in this season. My goodness.
Well, we don't have to play Tennessee again this year.
No. Oh, all the crying. Did you see the dance team was dancing too provocatively. We couldn't keep track of what was going on in the game. Did you see Coach just cried his little eyes out? Kirby Smart replied, dude, maybe y'all should just play chess.
Hey, Steve, you have a good day, buddy.
Yes, sir.
I'm fixing to head on, take kids to school and head to work myself, buddy.
Yeah. Well, watch me. That would be like the Georgia Bulldogs, sir. So.
Georgia.
The Dead Dogs. Well, if you want to get tickets to the Alabama-Georgia game, there's still some left for about $478 a pop.
No. I doubt I'll ever go to another game. I'm just not going to pay the prices, and I just really don't feel like dealing with it. Crapola. Since I started selling alcohol at the games, I truly do not want to go.
Yeah.
Well, I get it, Watchman, but I don't care because a lot of people hate my guts. I still don't mean that I can't watch a game. I mean, they don't even know who I am. So what does it matter? Oh, everybody's got haters, man. Truth be known, most of the people that we probably follow in life would probably hate my guts because of who I am. I don't care. If I went around thinking about that, I'd sit in a dark room and be afraid to come out. I don't care. I get it though. Yeah. I get it. But that's not all of them, man. That's not all of them. I can tell you there's a lot of Christians in NFL. I know we like to bash the NFL. I don't like the NFL as an entity. I don't like what they do. But there's a lot of players that are full on serving the Lord Jesus Christ in a very powerful way. And I know this. So that's the same with any sport. But you got you got some that hate you. Sure. There's other creators that may hate us. I can't help that. I can't help it. There's probably people watching the show right now hate my guts. I don't know why they watch. I guess so they could just, I don't know, maybe they just cursed me the whole show. You sorry, stupid, ugly, fat. I don't care. Heck with them. I go around with my head held high, not out of pride, but out of appreciation for who I am. And who am I? What am I? I'll tell you who I am. I'm a child of the King. And because I serve the King, I am an ambassador for the Lord Jesus Christ. So it doesn't matter where I walk at, I'm walking on holy ground. That's who I am. And so does a lot of the companies that we do business with, man. I mean, come on. I get it. I don't like what they're doing. But if you're going to start banning everything in your life that has any touch to communism, socialism, fascism, and I could keep going. I don't want to say some things because we'll get in trouble. You're not going to be dealing with much, sadly, because on the back door, it's all in there anyway. Just truth, man. I get it. I'm not blind to it. But I still like to watch the game. I got to be honest. I'm a football fan. And, if people choose not to watch, that doesn't bother me. They have the freedom to not do that. I mean, I don't like a lot of what the schools are doing, but if my kid was going to a particular high school and was playing on a football team, I'm in the stands watching my kid. So, you can take that stuff so far that you isolate yourself from everything. And one of the things I'll say is that, not maybe the viewing, but we are supposed to be light to this world. And you can't be a light if you put it under a bushel. You gotta be out there. You gotta let people see you. You gotta be, something. So I understand what you're saying. I'm not arguing with you. I do. I've been seeing a lot of stuff for a long, long time. We're not ignorant to what's going on. And Rob probably doesn't watch a game. That's just, he doesn't watch. I do. But I'm in fantasy leagues and stuff sometimes, and I like to do that. Dude, come on, man. Come on. You're taking that a little far, man. Again, like I said, where could I go? Where am I going to get gas? Where am I going to shop? What am I going to do? Where are you taking the separation to, man? I mean, how far are you going with that? I'm in the world. I'm not of the world. I'm in the world, though. Do I get gas at places that sell beer? Yeah.
Watchman, are you going to set up your own little compound and have your own little country? Like Waco, or with the rest of the knuckleheads that was involved in that? Set you up your own little Waco, and you can be separate. Go join the Amish. They're separate.
Hey, I love you, man. But if you're saying it just to say it, I got you. If you're saying it, judging me, just come on, man. I don't need it. I don't need it. I stop listening. I just don't need that. All right. So we sit here. We put ourselves up for this. When we say something, we're going to be judged for everything we say. But if you're going to make it a level of Christianity that I don't measure up, I don't care. I don't care. I know who I am. I know in whom I serve. And okay, I'm good. We're good. I just,
let me put a little scripture back for you there, Watchman. Here's a little scripture back for you. Judge not, lest ye be judged. You got no business judging other people. My goodness. Don't cherry pick your scripture. If you're going to do it, do it.
It just sounds like a sermon, man.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes I don't even bring stuff up. It's like when I go there, I'm thinking, oh, here it comes.
Yeah. It's like,
I love you, man. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, where do we take it to? I mean, how far? I've got friends, they're so isolated, they can't witness to nobody because they've isolated them from the very people they need to share the gospel with. Now, listen, I'm not going to go in a bar and sit down and have a beer. I don't drink. I'm not hanging out in places like that. But I'll tell you what, I'll meet them in the parking lot and give them a track. And I have. Oh.
Wow.
But I appreciate you, man. Quote on the scripture. I'll never be upset with you for quoting scripture. I'm just saying, I can't. It's impossible to that level to separate yourself from everything. Everywhere we go, it's all around us. And it was for Jesus when he was here. I mean, look at the places he went. He was criticized for who he was sitting with by his own people.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I'm in good category.
Yeah, the Pharisees jumped all over. I can't believe you got a tax collector running around with you. I can't believe this. I can't believe. Look at that. He's hanging out with sinners.
I am a sinner. I'm Dave. I'm a sinner.
I'm Rob. I'm a sinner too. Watchman.
Amen, brother. He did a lot for me too, and I don't deserve it.
There you go.
I got to take some kids to school, or I'm going to be judged.
Yeah,
I'm out, man.
All right, get to school, Dave.
I got 3 schools to go to before I go to work. Hey, we'll see y'all tonight.
Get going. Yeah, we'll see you at lunchtime. Oh.
Well, I may
see y'all at lunchtime and tonight.
But I will see you tonight. Lord willing. If there's still breath in my
And the creeks
lungs,
don't rise.
I don't think they're gonna rise
Yes.
today.
Oh, yeah.
If the zombies don't come out,
All
if they don't put padlocks on my studio so I can't get in.
Yeah, well, if the zombies come out, I think you and I are safe. I think they eat brains. I think we're safe.
Yeah, I don't have no brain.
Me neither. So we're good. All right.
So come on in and have a blast for a good time that will last. Start your day with a smile, with the hosts that do the most. And get up, pray up, coffee up.